Hi there, thanks for joining me. And if you're watching this recording, thank you very much for tuning in and watching. So tonight's class is all about reclaiming your health. And my name is Pete Wilkes, and I'm a holistic health coach and I'm based in Vietnam. So tonight, what we're going to be covering is, first of all, I have a little bit of a strange voice at the moment. So you may find it gets a little bit squeaky in parts. I'm not sick. I just have some weird thing going on with my voice box at the moment. So things that we'll cover tonight is nutrition, digestion. We're going to talk a lot about metabolic health, the importance of sleep, stress management, and informed health care. And so first of all, let's just have a look here. And I have to ask you, so raise of hands, or maybe you can put a little emoji into the chat. Who here wants health and vitality at every stage in your life, across different stages of your life? Now, I don't know anybody who doesn't want that, right? And so do you also want to age slower and feel younger longer? It just feels like the clock is racing, doesn't it? And this is all about metabolic health. And there's really a better way that we can sum up what metabolic health is. And we're going to cover a few things tonight, but the main three things that we're going to cover is learn why metabolic health is vital to your quality of life and how to live healthier longer. And also, too, we're going to look at how to create your own personal wellness protocol and how to get started on your protocol as well. Now, I've actually put into the chat, and if you're watching the recording, then you can find a copy of this linked below where the recording is. It's the metabolic health quiz. And we'll be referring to this quite often during the call. And we'll be looking at this handout as well. And you can find this link as well where you found this video recording. Now, the first section of this handout, we're going to break down a little bit here. So live younger, longer. And first of all, it starts saying, will your health span be as long as your lifespan? We're going to go into this in a lot of detail tonight. And do you want to age slower and younger longer? We've already mentioned that, haven't we? And so this is what we really want to focus on to begin with. 13 out of 14 US adults have less than optimal cardiometabolic health. Now, this means things like the amount of fat that you have, your blood glucose levels, your blood lipids, your blood pressure, and also your cardiovascular health. Now, this was a survey done on 55,000 US adults over the age of 20, and 13 out of 14 do not have optimal cardiometabolic health. Now, this is pretty scary. How even did we get to this possibility? So I want to break down, you'll see on your handout in the middle at the top, it talks about this diagram here, the way of being, your diet, your lifestyle, and your environmental and your genes. All of these add up to the metabolic health, your biological age, your disease potential in your body, and your quality of health and life. So the way of being is really your lifestyle choices, your diet, how you choose to eat, lifestyle, do you bring in exercise and movement, your environment, are you living in a polluted, stressful environment, and your genes, what you're actually born with. So let's unpack this one level at a time. And let's take a look at diet to begin with. So diet in relation to metabolic health, and this is all based on good food choices. Now, we're familiar with the old food pyramid that kind of came out in the 1960s, and it did okay till around about 1980s. But you'll see that there's a steep incline in the graph on the right-hand side here from 1980 right up to 2005. From around about 2010, we sort of get a little bit more educated, but there's an incredible gap in nutrition. And so it really shows that the food pyramid is really not serving us. And we understand clearly, too, that the food pyramid is something which was devised inside a boardroom with lots of CEOs. Now, the prevalence of obesity has also increased significantly. And if you see here, from 1960 at the lower end on the left, where we are now. So 1960, around about 10, maybe 11% of the population had a prevalence for obesity. If we're on the same trajectory, by 2030, we're going to have 50% of the US adult population with a prevalence of obesity. This is really scary. If this isn't enough to make you sit forward on your chair and listen a little bit more, I don't know what is. We're in an epidemic at the moment. So we've looked at diet in relation to metabolic health. Let's look at diet in relation to biological age. And so the NIH funded a new food pyramid just recently. And you can see here at the bottom, there is actually a URL where you can go and look at this. 40% of Americans are currently obese. 71.6% of adults over the age of 20 are overweight. And for the first time in decades, life expectancy is falling. And this is due to chronic illness. And we know that the foundation of all wellness is really nutrition. So when we look at something like this, which is an NIH-funded new food pyramid, look at what I've highlighted. Frosty mini wheats, honey nut Cheerios, and Lucky Charms. I really do not know what this is about. This is really not serious. And this is what, if you look at the green key, it says this is what is to be encouraged. Frosted mini wheats. Frosted means sugar. Guys, you cannot take this seriously at all. No wonder we're in the situation that we're in. Blood sugar and aging. So every time your blood sugar spikes, every time your insulin spikes, you age. Yeah. And it's blood sugar is, even if there's only one thing you take away from this class today, one thing, that blood sugar, if you can control your blood sugar, it's one of the most significant markers of your health. So if you can control your blood sugar spiking and your insulin peaks, it's an incredible start to actually working on your metabolism and lowering the signs of like effects of biological aging. So as you age, so does your metabolic function. And you may be thinking, I just want to read out something to you. What is metabolic health? And so metabolic health, people get confused with what this is. So most of us think that metabolism is just like burning calories, and in relation to weight, but it's actually so much more than that. So metabolism is really about the process of all living organisms and how they convert food into energy or building blocks for protein and membranes and other cells in your body. I'll just take a drink. So you can see that metabolism is so much more than just burning calories. So science agrees that poor metabolic health is at the root of aging and disease. Science agrees. It's amazing that we got to this point. So guys, let's look at diet in relation to your disease potential now. So science is linking nutrition with Alzheimer's. If you have poor nutritional inputs, it can actually impact things like Alzheimer's and cancer. It can contribute to these in your body. So we've just said here, diet can increase your disease potential. And if that's not enough, 1 in 2 US adults is in a diabetic phase. Now, what does that mean? What it means is 37.3 million people have diabetes. 28.7 million have been diagnosed, and undiagnosed is nearly 9 million people. Pre-diabetics, there's 96 million people over the age of 18 in the US who are pre-diabetic. And then 26.4 million people over the age of 65 who are that's like 50% of the population of 65-year-olds who are pre-diabetic. Okay, are you sitting up and listening now? Okay, and then the final nail in the coffin if we look at diet in relation to the quality of life, for the first time in decades, there's a declining health span amongst US adults. And more Americans are diagnosed with chronic life-impacting health problems at earlier ages these days, just because they're less healthy. They're more obese, they have diabetes and other chronic diseases more than any other time in history. Now, the difference between biological aging and chronological age. So chronological age is the year that you were born, the date that you were born. You can't change that. That's your clock. But what you can have impact on through your lifestyle choices is your biological clock. Now, your health span and your lifespan, there's on average a 13-year gap. So with the average lifespan of a US adult at 79 years of age, there's an average of 13-year gap between living and living well. So who wants to be in a hospital for the last 13 years of your life, linked up to a machine, keeping you alive? I know that I would rather be healthier longer and close that gap on the health span and the lifespan. And that's what I want to talk about tonight. And so it's very clear that we have a faulty approach. We have poor diet. We have lifestyle choices and habits which are also poor. We have a faulty approach in our modern medicine, which really just looks at the symptoms. And so all of this, our way of being, our diet, our lifestyle, our environment, our genes, all add up to poor metabolic health, a lowered biological age, and an increase in disease potential. So how big do these clues need to get? You know, we're ignoring them all the time. Ignorance is not bliss. So huge risks lurk beneath the surface, yet the system intentionally only navigates on the water's surface. And so there's an intervention. So there's a system that's faulty at the moment. It's only looking at the symptoms. What we really need to do, guys, is go to the root cause. So let's be honest. So treating the symptoms is not addressing the root causes. We've got proof of that from the 1960s up till now. By 2030, there's going to be a 50% population of the US who are suffering from obesity. It's scary. So our quality of health and life is all summed up in this diagram here. We're receiving treatments for symptoms that are above the waterline. That's the disease potential only. What's not being addressed is below the water surface. And there are solutions. You can continue on the same path straight ahead, but you're not actually going to get to a root cause, what we're talking about here in this diagram. So the solution is really making some lifestyle choices. And the lifestyle choices start to address the root needs. It really is a crossroads of your health. You can continue to address just the symptoms, or you can decide to dive deeper and look at some root needs. And this is what I do with my holistic health coaching. We go deeper. We listen to what the needs of the body is. And when you actually understand that there is a better way, and that the only path really is meeting your body's root needs, health really is simple. And when you ensure that there's enough of the right things and not too much of the wrong things, the intention is that you're really going towards addressing the root needs of the body and getting the balance of the homeostasis of the body. So when your body is in balance, a benefit is weight loss. A benefit is better sleep, better skin, more energy. That's the end result of getting the body back into balance. So when we address the root needs, well-being is earned by meeting your body's root needs. We can move from having a great diet, getting our diet and all of our healthy inputs, and mitigate metabolic health, biological aging, disease potential, and go straight to the quality of health and life. Now, we talked about metabolic health and metabolism being so much more than just weight loss. This is exactly what it is here. There is weight loss on the right-hand side, you can see, but we have things like appetite, aging in cells, blood sugar, brain, cardiolipids, energy, hair, immunity, your joints, your metabolism, how you break down the food and turn it into energy, your nails, your hair, skin, sleep, performance, recovery. All of this is your metabolic health, and it's all measurable, it's all visible, and it's all detectable. This is really important, and we'll touch on that again shortly. Now, guys, I've also put into the link below where you found this recording, the metabolic health quiz, like I said. And this metabolic health quiz, I want you to take really seriously. It's broken into different sections. You can see in the image here, appetite, blood sugar, brain health, cognition, cardiovascular. All of these things are measurable. Now, what you'll also see is that a lot of it is based on how you feel. Now, when it comes to metabolic health, it's really surprising how much is involved. You know, it's from our food choices, your metabolism, your gut health, exercise, your sleep, your stress levels, your mental health, and so much more. And unlike perhaps conversations that you've had in the past, this one tonight is different. And too often your health, especially if you're a woman, your health is taken away from you and denied by a few narrow factors, while other important aspects of wellness go unattended to. And typically it's things like body mass index, weight, your waistline, blood sugar, blood pressure, cholesterol, inflammation. These are measurable key indicators, and they really should be. They give some really good data. They're significant and relevant, but also to how you feel, and self-awareness is really key to improving your metabolic health. Nobody knows your body like you know your body. So in this quiz, take time after watching this recording, rate yourself in these really important categories, tick the boxes. I do this about every 3 months, and it's really surprising every time how much this shifts into like a different zone. It's not surprising too, just depending on what you've got going on in your life. So these are some of the top metabolic health priorities of our time, and you can just cast your eye through some of these. Now, what I want you to do on the last page of the quiz is really rate yourself out of those 14 categories. Now, we've said that if you were to do a Google search on the top metabolic health priorities of our time now, this is what will come up. This is what we've factored into the quiz, exactly the same. So what I want you to do is identify and rate yourself in each of the following categories, and from 1 to 5. So 1 being poor and 5 being optimal in that area. And then what I want you to do is circle the top 3 and write them down here. So they will be your top metabolic health priorities. Now, I just mentioned that you want to track how you feel. And a way to do that is tracking your energy. You can track your weight. You can track your sleep, your mood, and your stress levels. You can kind of track how you're aging by, I guess, looking in the mirror, how you're feeling too. That's a really important one. Your heart, getting it measured, and clarity, like brain fog. You find that as you age, you have less clarity. Smart supplementation is something that we'll talk about shortly, and it's a fantastic way to drain that brain fog and to bring back the clarity. So our focus today is really what we call in doTERRA the lifestyle pyramid. I'll let you gaze over this for a moment. And I'm really sorry about my voice. So the foundation of our wellness is really based on a foundation of nutrition and digestion. And what's keeping you from living your best life? So some of the factors are lack of nutrition and poor digestion at the bottom, movement and metabolism, so poor metabolism. And most people these days have lack of daily movement. We should really be moving our body at least 20 minutes per day. Poor stress management and lack of sleep. There's not a lot of people that make sleep a priority these days, and sleep tends to be something that you get around to once you've completed everything else in your day, right? So most of my clients come to me because they are lacking in sleep. I would say 80% of clients who come to me is because of sleep. And then we want to reduce synthetic toxicity. This is huge. And when I started with doTERRA, I started because I had eczema, and my skin for about 30 years was really playing up. And I thought it was because of the pollution. I was living in Hanoi, still in Hanoi, and it's a very polluted city. But what I found was that it was the toxins that I was washing my clothes in and cleaning my floor in Asia. We walk around barefoot a lot of the time because it's hot. It's summer here at the moment. And so I was actually absorbing the toxins that I was washing my floor with through the pores in my feet. And your body is interconnected. So it was going to my blood system. It was impacting my gut. And if you want to fix your skin, you want to go to your gut, because that's where all of your gut building cells are housed. And only 20% of your skin cells you can see, 80% are inside your gut. So if you want to fix your skin, you go to the gut. Now, health is earned by living out these principles, and it's really built on that solid foundation of nutrition and digestion. If you get digestion right, all of these other things will generally fall into place. So when a lot of people come to me to start their new healthy lifestyle habits, and I'm so excited to to welcome people on board once you've made that decision, I really do want to hold your hand and support you all the way. You'll find that we start with a cleanse, a 30-day cleanse, and then we go into 2 months of maintenance. And the reason for that is we want to maintain these healthy habits that you've built over the first 30 days. So once you actually give your body a solid 3 months of great nutrition, digestive enzymes and probiotics, you'll find that a lot of these other factors fall into place. Like your sleep starts to work out better. Your toxicity levels start to decrease too, because you become more aware of your lifestyle choices. And so what happens though, if you don't get your nutrition right, or if you remove that foundation of nutrition, your health and wellness topples over. You really do need to have a solid base of nutrition and digestion to begin with. So guys, let's look at step one. Step one is building that foundation of wellness based on nutrition to begin with. And we start with gut health, and we provide critical micronutrients that are vital to your metabolic health. That's our theme tonight, metabolic health. And once we build a foundation of wellness, we start, like I mentioned, all these other factors here fall into place. So how can we do that? In doTERRA, we have some really amazing products that are optimal daily nutritional supplement program, which in other words is the lifelong vitality. And this is something that I've been taking myself for nearly 5 years. I take it every single day. And what it does, it gives you all your vital micronutrients. So your vitamins and minerals, your fish oils, and your antioxidants. We also have digestive enzymes, which has 10 whole food enzymes. And we also have pre and probiotics, which really help to repopulate your gut. So you just heard me mention that if you want great skin, you really need a diverse microbiome in your gut. So this is building your step one for your foundation of wellness. If we continue on, in step one, this is also our best seller. It's a 30-day money-back guarantee, the lifelong vitality. So you could actually try this for 30 days. I've actually had nobody in 5 years of doing doTERRA. I've had nobody request to have their money back, because they do find that even after a week, they find with these healthy inputs, if you've got great inputs coming into your body's going to respond. Step two is metabolic support. And this is your movement and metabolism. So we have some incredible products in doTERRA. All of these products are very clean, plant-based. Step two is about optimizing your metabolism. And we're going to dive into the Meta Power system, which is all about movement and metabolism. And step three, we'll talk about in a moment, which is customizing your wellness plan, all based on this beautiful wellness pyramid. So step two is how to optimize a healthy metabolism. And this is through utilizing this time your macronutrients. So we just talked about micronutrients with your lifelong vitality. And that's your fish oil, your vitamins and minerals, as well as your antioxidants. And step two, we're talking about fats, carbs, and protein, which are your macronutrients and how we utilize them in the body. And we can do that through this incredible system that doTERRA released last year in October. I've been taking this since October last year, and I've seen significant improvements in my skin tone, in my energy levels, in my sleep, in the way that my body responds at the gym. I can run a lot longer and harder on the treadmill. Um, I've also found that my body recovers faster, and I'll go through why this is happening. I've also found too, I don't need to lose weight, but I found that my body is much more toned. And this is because of these products here. So it's a range of products. On the left, this is one product range in a number of different formats. So it's the essential oil on the left-hand side. I'll break it down in a moment, with 4 different formats. That focuses on fats. Meta Power Assist focuses on your carbohydrates and how we utilize them in the body. And the protein on the right-hand side is some incredible science in this collagen, which I'm going to break down as well, which I'm obsessed with. And so on the left-hand side, we talk about fats, and these products here maintain healthy fat utilization and storage within inside your body. They maintain healthy blood sugar and insulin sensitivity inside the body as well. And the product in the center here is called Meta Power Assist, and it focuses on your carbohydrates, like I said, and it really turns fast carbohydrates into slow carbohydrates by slowing the absorption of the glucose spikes in your insulin. So anytime your insulin spikes, your body ages. We mentioned that a little while ago, and it's like slamming the brakes on in your car. It puts wear and tear on your body every time your insulin peaks, every time you have sugar. I was just in Amsterdam a few weeks ago and sitting in a beautiful restaurant beside the river or one of the canals, and we were served one of these traditional Amsterdam dishes that you just have to have, which looks so yummy, smothered in powdered sugar. And it's interesting looking around at the people consuming this product without even thinking. And on the right-hand side, MetaPower Advantage is our collagen product from doTERRA. It's how we utilize protein in the body. And it provides protein building blocks. So, and it also activates longevity genes because we have things in there called NMN and NAD, which utilize, there's 36 different longevity genes in the body, and it utilizes some longevity genes called sirtuins, which really help to repair damage in your body. So there's a better way to maintain healthy fat and the utilization and storage of blood sugar and insulin sensitivity. And it is with this metabolic system, which we call Meta Power. The PWR stands for Personal Wellness Realized, and we just cut it short to an acronym, which is PWR Power. So let's break it down a little bit more. So we want to tame the fat, don't we, in our body? And this is available as an essential oil. It's also available as a beadlet, which is the one laying down, as a gum and a soft gel. Now, I'm obsessed with, with these products here. I've been taking them since September last year. I have inside, this is my little man bag that I carry around all the time. I'm also obsessed with orange. So this one here is the MetaPower beadlet. And inside here, there's 125 beadlets that can inhibit your fat cells maturing. That means blowing up. Everyone has the same number of fat cells, just some are more inflated like a balloon than others. It helps to curb any sugar cravings. So once I walk out of the gym and finished at the gym, I will pop 1 or 2 of these little beadlets under my tongue, and it helps me stop craving. It can also support your metabolic health and supports, lifestyle changes that help you maintain a healthy weight, because you're not craving different types of food. It's making you more aware of your food choices. So this product in the center is the MetaPower Assist, like we mentioned, helps to curb the carbohydrates and the cravings that you have. It decreases these post-meal glucose spikes that stops your insulin from spiking into a dangerous level and keeps your blood sugar response in a normal range. And it helps to stabilize your energy too, because it's not so erratic during the day. And on the right-hand side, we've been talking about collagen. There's no other collagen like this on the market, and I'll explain in a moment why. So in a nutshell, this collagen helps to promote healthy biological aging because of the NAD and the NMN inside. You may want to Google those. Improves your cognition, so removes that brain fog. It helps with lean muscle and connective tissue and the repair of these tissues in your body. And it really improves the elasticity and the firmness in your skin. And that's why a lot of people take collagen. So let's break it down a little bit more. So you don't need to take all of these products, but I would recommend starting with the whole system, the MetaPower system, and then you can choose which products that you use. I use the oil a lot. I think it's in here. I put it into my water. I think it's in the kitchen at the moment, but I do put it into my water, and I just drink that straight down. The flavor is beautiful. So in this MetaPower, it's a combination of a combination of peppermint and lemon and cinnamon and grapefruit. And these essential oils are known to reduce sugar cravings and help to curb that craving that you may have. So this is an incredible oil that tastes really great because doTERRA brought out a flavorist to actually balance out the flavor of this oil. So you can add it to water, or you can add it to, I put it in soda water a lot. It just tastes beautiful. The bead that, like I mentioned, there's also a soft gel, which has 4 drops of the essential oil inside a soft gel. It just depends on the type of format that you'd like. I'm not a gum chewer, so I don't actually purchase the gum, but I do use the beadlets, the oil, and the soft gels. And they work quite well in my lifestyle. I mentioned that as your insulin spikes, it's really like slamming the brakes on in your car, and it just puts wear and tear on your body. So the metabolic assist really helps to decrease post-meal glucose spikes. Anyone who is glucose intolerant on that diabetes spectrum, listen up. This could be something that you really want to focus on. Take this prior to eating your carbs, so around about 30 minutes before you have a heavy carb meal, and it really helps to support healthy blood sugar responses in your body, and it also really helps to stabilize your energy throughout your day. I've seen significant improvements in my energy because I've been taking one of these a day. They're plant-based, so it's made of mulberry and berberine, very natural, like everything in doTERRA. You may want to research a product that is pretty huge at the moment called metformin, which a lot of people are taking to lose weight, but it's actually designed for people who are trying to control their diabetes. And there's really a better way as well to build protein blocks in your body and to activate longevity genes. And this is really through doTERRA's incredible collagen advantage. And it's got MetaPower advantage. It really helps to promote these biological aging and improve your health span. We talked about closing that gap, that 13-year gap on your health span. And we do this through, you can see here, collagen with NMN. NMN is, just do some research on NAD and NMN, and it helps with activating your longevity genes inside your body. Supports lean muscle and recovery from the gym with your connective tissue. Like I mentioned earlier, improves your skin elasticity. This is 1 box. It's a month supply. You just take 1 a day, or you could double down and take 2 a day. I just take 1 a day in the morning on an empty stomach. Significantly increases your energy, significantly removes the brain fog that you may be feeling as well. So there's a course, free course from doTERRA that you can scan this here, the QR code. I'll leave it up for a moment. So you can scan this with your telephone, just with your smartphone, push the camera button, and then it'll just appear on the screen, hit that link and save that link. This is a free course that you can do to learn more about the MetaPower system, and I highly recommend this course. It's phenomenal. Let's look at the collagen. I've been really amping up the collagen. There's 9. You heard me right. There's 9 types of collagen inside doTERRA's collagen. Most collagen products on the market have between 1 to 2 at the most types of collagen, and they're typically bovine, which is pork fat or pork skin or cow skin, which is really quite difficult for your body to absorb. So our collagen is sourced from sustainable, harvested, cold water marine fish in Italy. That's hard to say. 4 different types of cold water fish, sustainably caught, and 9 different types of collagen. And they work on different areas, different systems in your body. So you can see things work on the epidermis, the skin layers, bone protection. There's type 1 collagen related to skin beauty. And then as we go down, type 15 is for related to collagen growth and growth plates and joints and everything to do with your spine. And collagen 2 proteins really supports normal age, normal brain aging. So this marine collagen, it's little wonder that people very quickly, and I noticed it too, find that their cognition improves significantly. This is the ingredient profile in the collagen product. There's certain things that will stand out to you, like red, orange, and fruit extract. And I've also written here the reason why they're in here. It's great to see a list of ingredients, a profile stack, but you really want to know why the ingredients are inside the product that you're purchasing. And this is one of the reasons I love doTERRA and keep coming back to doTERRA and travel the world sharing about doTERRA, is because the ingredients are so clear and the company is just so transparent. So resveratrol is an ingredient that you can find inside red grape. It's actually better to have it in fresh red grape than in red wine. It's a fallacy that you drink red wine and you get resveratrol. You can't actually absorb it into your blood system. So this here, resveratrol actually has NAD inside, which is incredible for activating your anti-aging or your longevity genes inside your body. So that's a great profile of what's inside here. Marine collagen, there's NMN, don't ask me to say it in full. There's also rose apple extract, which is one of the best antioxidants that you can get. And then MetaPower Advantage is incredible value. So if you broke down each of these ingredients, it's around about $314. doTERRA, you spend, it's around about $80 per month. And then if you have an account with doTERRA, you actually get 25%, and you can save points and redeem those points to buy extra product or buy a second box at 25% cheaper. That's the way I do it. I buy 2 boxes every single month and get the second box for around about $60. So this is how you can really build MetaPower into a daily schedule, morning, daytime, and evening. And you may want to take a screenshot of this. So you could start with 2 drops of MetaPower, the oil that you can see in the diagram there. You may want to put it into water. And then you'd start with the soft gel and your lifelong vitality supplements. You know, that will take 1 minute. Daytime, around about lunchtime, you can see there on the screen, you may want to pop a gum in your mouth. You may want to have a beadlet. You may want to have a metabolic assist. Remember, the assist stops your insulin from spiking and it works on the carbohydrates in your body. So you may want to have that before your largest meal of the day, if that's lunchtime. And then at nighttime, you want to have maybe another assist with dinner. If you're having a large dinner, you may want to have a soft gel. I have the MetaPower soft gel. Remember, that has 4 drops of the oil inside. I have 3 of those a day. And that's why I've seen significant improvements in the fat deposits in my body. I'm 53. You know, a guy at 53 years of age should be developing a tummy. It's what normally happens. But I don't want to be one of those pregnant guys. I want to be lean and energetic. I want to age gracefully and slowly. So I'm taking necessary steps in my lifestyle to ensure that my biological age is decreasing. Now, health span and lifespan, that's biological versus chronological. Remember, biological age you can reverse through lifestyle choices. Chronological age is the year and the date that you were born, that, you know, is unchangeable. So your health span, you can close the gap. You can close the gap of those 13 years and actually have a more healthy lifestyle. So the hallmarks of aging really start around about the age of 25, when collagen in your body starts to decline. NAD levels start to decrease. And that's the molecule which is critical for metabolic function in your DNA. And your metabolic function starts to decline from the age of 25. For me, that was 25 years ago, 27 years ago. Yeah. So we've had a lot of research with this product now. There's hundreds of thousands of people taking this product over the last 8 months since it was released last year. And according to studies, there's a measurable, significant difference that can be detected after only 2 weeks of taking this product. So let's talk about how to get started and having some solutions. You don't want to hear me just talk about this and not offer you anything up. So to optimize your metabolic health, we really want to talk about customizing your wellness plan. We talked about nutrition and digestion and having that foundation of nutrition. You can never replace a healthy diet, but basically you can never get all the nutrients your body requires just from the nutrition you put in your mouth. So we start with step one, which is building that foundation through lifelong vitality supplements, the Terrazyme, which is your digestive enzyme, and your probiotic, which is creating a really diverse microbiome. Step two was optimizing your metabolism, which is your macronutrients, your fats, your carbohydrates, and your proteins. Now, if we go back to the quiz for a moment and we think about what are your top 3 metabolic health priorities that you've already identified, and if you haven't identified them, just pause the video, go through the quiz, answer the quiz, identify your top 15 areas, those categories, and then choose your top 3 metabolic health priorities. And then you really want to use those top 3 that you've identified here, your top 3 health priorities, to customize your wellness plan. And we customize it around nutrition and digestion. If we're moving up to the yellow level, it's your metabolism and your movement. Remember, 20 minutes a day of movement. And then it's your rest and your stress management. And what we're doing here is we're identifying different products in the doTERRA catalog that are all natural, perfectly safe, and sustainable that will actually help you, support you to reach your goals. We want to reduce your artificial, your synthetic toxicity in your body. Remember, I told you the story about I repaired my skin through using lifelong vitality, frankincense, Terrazyme, which is the digestive enzyme, and the probiotic, but as well as frankincense oil, and removing any kind of toxicity in my home when I was walking around barefoot and absorbing all those toxins through my skin. And informed self-care is really about giving yourself permission to do more self-care. Now, why do people want a source that they can trust? And people do trust doTERRA. There's a 65% retention rate with doTERRA. That means 65% of people that start with doTERRA continue on with doTERRA. They lean in to other products. They become more aware of their choices in their lifestyle. They're more aware of how nutrition is impacting different areas of their life, how movement and metabolism, if you get that right and make it a priority, it impacts your sleep. Once you lower toxins in your life and remove all these horrible, like roughly there's 2,000 chemicals that are introduced every single year, and they're not, it makes me angry. They're just not monitored. 2,000 extra chemicals. And did you know that there's 287 chemicals that have been discovered in the umbilical cord of newborn babies? And 180 of those are known to cause cancer in humans or animals. It's enough to make you really angry. And so most chemicals are unmonitored. I'm losing my voice a little bit, getting a little bit passionate. So if we go back to your quiz, we've identified your top 3 metabolic health priorities and different areas that you'd like to focus on. And now we can actually build out a protocol for you. So your daily habits, what you do every single day, like your nutrition, what you eat, how you move your body, how you make sleep a priority, how you reduce synthetic toxins in your life, they're your daily habits. So that's step 1, is taking that quiz. And step 2 is identifying your top 3. Then we want to look at target support, and that actually equals your personal protocol. Yeah. So daily habits, then working out what your top 3 metabolic health priorities are, and you've written them down here. adding in some targeted support, this really adds up to what your personal protocol is. And so a way to get started is this product range here is for gut health and your micronutrients, which is the green level, your nutrition. Metabolism is your movement and your metabolism and how you utilize energy in your body. And then some targeted wellness lifestyle customization is really for rest and lowering toxins in your life. And so let's look at a really great way to start. And in my world, my doTERRA business really covers around about 35 countries around the world. And I've just come back from a bit of a world tour. I was in Portugal, Amsterdam, New York, Orlando, Colorado, back through Japan, and now back in Vietnam. And next month, I'll be going to India. And the reason I do so much travel is because I'm so passionate about these products. They really do work. And I've seen thousands of times over and over, different testimonials from different people, how they work and impact their families. So this is a great way and a basic program for people to start. It's a really great touch point at $230 US. And it starts with the micronutrients. You can then bring in some macronutrients, which is the advantage. And then you can also add on at a reduced rate these 3 other products here. So this is the basic program. Reach out to me and I'll show you how to get started with the basic program. There's also a signature program, which is the Healthy Habits Kit, which I adore because it brings in some of the more self-care products. The Deep Blue Rub, which is a beautiful analgesic rub after you've worked out at the gym or had a really hard day in the office. And then there's 5 different essential oils here, which you can work into your life to help support you. And so with those 2 products there, the Lifelong Vitality, the Terrazyme, and the PB Assist is all about your core nutrients and your gut health. Then we move up that lifestyle pyramid and we start looking at weight and metabolism, which is the yellow movement and metabolism area. And that's really what we've been talking about tonight is the metabolic health and the Meta Power system. Now, if we look at some more targeted products, some top favorite products is the Balance Essential Oil, which is wonderful for stress management. Frankincense oil, which is great for informed self-care. Lavender is wonderful for a nighttime, putting in your diffuser or putting a couple of drops in the bottom of your feet just to calm and soothe you at nighttime. On Guard, I use a lot, especially at the moment with how my voice is. On Guard comes as an oil. It also comes as this one here, which is a beautiful roll-on, and you can roll this on. I roll it on my throat a lot down here, but also too, as you get going and you become more informed with your essential oils, you can start branching out and doing more personal things. This is what we call a flute bomb. It has frankincense oil, lavender, On Guard, which I've just highlighted, oregano, and melaleuca, which is tea tree. And this is, again, another rollable. It's great if you're feeling a little bit under the weather, you need a bit more supercharged support. This is one that I have in my pocket a lot, and I just roll it on my throat, the back of my neck, up my arms, on my spine, and essential oils absorb through the skin, through the derma, and into your blood system. This is why it's so important that you use pure essential oils and why I only ever talk about doTERRA pure essential oils, because most oils are adulterated. And it scared me because I was using essential oils for quite some time, but I didn't realize that most essential oils are adulterated. And as you're breathing them in, you can actually cause more damage to yourself than good. So I want to make sure that you understand the difference with doTERRA, that they are extremely pure. Now, the Healthy Habits Kit, this is the breakdown. It has $113 worth of savings, and it's a price point of $195 US. So reach out if you'd like to start with this one. It's a wonderful way to start. This is a 30-day supply of the PB Assist, the probiotic, the digestive enzyme, Terrazyme, and then the Lifelong Vitality supplements. I'm there. I'll be with you once a week. We'll check in and have a chat, and I will guide you all the way along just to make sure that you're well supported. And on the right-hand side is, again, that analgesic rub, like I mentioned, and then the 5 essential oils. Each of these oils are 80 mils, 5 mils with 80 drops inside. Now, the Meta Power system, this complete system here, when you buy it this way, saves you nearly $60. It's massive savings. The membership fee is waived. In doTERRA, there's a $35 fee, depending where you are in the world. If you're signing up in the US, there's no joining fees. Just make sure you reach out to me when you're ready to start, and I will look after you and make sure that we maximize the starting to ensure that you're getting as much saving as possible. So this is $179. There's some products in here which will last a month, and others in here which will last much, much longer. So this really targets your metabolic health priorities. And we mentioned that if you did a Google search on what the top 14 metabolic issues are of our time at the moment, this is what they are: skin health, better sleep, better immunity, more energy, better gut health, better cellular health, better brain cognition and focus. All of these, most of us tick most of these boxes, right? These are real issues, real topics. Now, there's another way that you can start too. And this is the way that I started a long time ago. And I started because I really wanted to branch more into oils. I wanted a diffuser. I wanted to know about the On Guard toothpaste and some more of the consumable products. So this kit here is called the Natural Solutions Kit. It's $450 US to start. There's an incredible supply, excuse me, of essential oils in here, as well as some great On Guard products, toothpaste that has no fluoride inside. There's some great hand sanitizers. So reach out to me if you'd like to know more about the Natural Solutions Kit. And then you can also team it up with the MetaPower system. And then you'll have what we call the Get It All Kit. And it's a wonderful, wonderful way to start to really start focusing on that wellness pyramid, like we said, and getting some healthy habits into your lifestyle. So guys, that is the last slide that I have for you. I'll stop the share here. I hope you've thoroughly enjoyed the class. Reach out to me if you'd like to know some more. And if there's somebody that introduced you to this call, circle back to them, reach out to them, and they'll be able to help you out. So again, my name is Pete. Sorry about